Rappers can move us with their music, but tend to come from troubled childhoods before the time they become famous. Sometimes their childhood traumas never leave them. These earlier issues can lead to later issues or larger mistakes. Here are the rappers who ruined their career in seconds. Interact with us. Subscribe and hit the notification button to be notified when we upload more content. Don't forget to leave a like and comment below. Also, feel free to suggest any type of videos you would like to see on this channel. Tekashi 6ix9ine. Daniel Hernandez, or Tekashi 6ix9ine, pled guilty in 2015 to one felony count that led him to be sentenced to 4 years of probation and 1,000 hours of community service as punishment. In 2018, he was arrested on charges of racketeering, possession of guns, and trafficking in drugs. In February 2019, he entered a guilty plea to 9 charges, including conspiracy to commit murder and armed robbery, and was sentenced to up to 47 years in prison. Hernandez testified for the prosecution against other 9 Trey gang members during the trial, and he was sentenced to just 2 years in prison after pleading guilty. In April of 2020, he was granted early discharge from the hospital during the COVID-19 pandemic due to concerns about his vulnerability to the disease as a result of his asthma diagnosis. Mr. Smith was placed under house arrest for the duration of his sentence and was scheduled to be freed in early August of 2020. Hernandez has been almost universally reviled and ostracized by other members of the hip-hop industry for his position as a witness for the prosecution in the 9 Trey gangsters trial. Despite the fact that he has achieved some economic success since his release from prison, Hernandez has been virtually blacklisted from major streaming services as well as radio stations. Lil Wayne. When it comes to writing captivating rap songs, Lil Wayne is unquestionably a master of the written word. Many people, however, found a parallel between sex and the murder of Emmett Till in 2013 to be too much. In response to some of his lyrics, which appear on Future's Karate Chop remix, the rapper received a lot of backlash, according to Rolling Stone. Till was assassinated in 1955, allegedly for whistling at a white female passerby. He was only 14 at the time. A long apology from the artist, "I have tremendous respect for those who paved the way for the liberty and opportunities that African Americans currently enjoy," read, "I want to raise rather than denigrate our community. And as a business owner who employs several African American employees and provides philanthropically to groups that assist children in pursuing their aspirations, my ultimate goal is to uplift rather than degrade our community." He has also stated that he will not perform the song and that he supports the decision of the record label to withdraw the music from the airwaves. Wayne got himself in deep trouble once more in 2016 when he failed to recognize the existence of Black Lives Matter. When asked about the social movement in an interview with Nightline, the rapper responded, "I don't feel connected to a damn thing that ain't got nothing to do with me." The reporter went on to describe the significance of the situation. From there, the final segment of the interview continued to be profanity-laden from the rapper's side, the end result being Lil Wayne walking out before the reporter had even concluded. Mary J. Blige. When it comes to marketing, Mary J. Blige's ability to convey emotion and drama is her strongest advantage. Her dancing for chicken wraps in a contentious Burger King commercial, on the other hand, did not strike a chord with viewers. Apparently, a leaked version of Blige's commercial, which included her singing about a fried chicken wrap, generated quite a commotion in the spring of 2012, according to Rolling Stone. The actress has been accused of exaggerating racial stereotypes. The advertisement was quickly pulled, but the fires under both the brand and Mary J. Blige were still blazing. The incident was a blunder she'll never forget. Later, after months of silence, Blige summoned the confidence to speak up about the situation. In an interview with Angie Martinez of Hot 97, she expressed her regret for offending anyone, or thinking that she would do something so insulting to our culture in the past, via Rolling Stone. "I'd never do something like that intentionally if I had the chance. I was under the impression that I was doing something correctly. Please accept my apologies." Burger King even apologized to Mary J. Blige and her followers on their website. A statement from the fast food company stated, "We would like to apologize to Mary J. and all of her fans for airing an ad that was not final. We understand how important Mary J. is to her followers, and we're now in the final stages of completing the commercial for her. We aim to have the final commercial on the air as soon as possible." Blige describes being shocked when she initially saw the video. "I was in a state of shock. Oh my God. My stomach fell to my ribs as my heart dropped to my gut. As soon as I started sweating, I thought to myself, this too shall pass. However, the situation only grew worse and worse and worse. Ja Rule. Ja Rule has had many legal struggles and feuds. In 2003, he was accused of punching a man in Toronto, who later filed a lawsuit against him. After pleading guilty to assault, he was sentenced to a $1,200 fine. A 2004 investigation by the authorities into whether a quarrel involving Murder Inc. was the cause of a fatal shooting outside a nightclub party thrown by Ja Rule and Leon Richardson was still ongoing. In 2004, Ja Rule and Don Rise were detained for driving with a suspended license and possession of marijuana, according to police. In 2007, Ja Rule, Lil Wayne, and Don Rise were arrested on charges of gun and drug possession. Don Rise was sentenced to 8 months in jail during 2010 for attempted possession of a firearm as a result of the arrest. The judge dismissed Ja Rule's claim that the gun had been obtained illegally and hence should not be considered evidence. Ja Rule was sentenced to 2 years in jail on December 13, 2010, after pleading guilty to attempted possession of a firearm in connection with the 2007 incident. He was initially detained on Rikers Island and later sent to a state institution in upstate New York. Ja Rule was sentenced to an additional 28 months in jail for tax evasion in July of 2011, which would run simultaneously with his state sentence. He was convicted of failing to pay taxes on more than $3 million in earnings between 2004 and 2006. In the wake of his release from state prison in February of 2013, he was arrested and taken into federal jail in connection with the tax case, for which he had less than 6 months left on his prison sentence. Ja Rule was freed from prison early on May 7, 2013, according to the New York Times. The Fyre Festival had been a disaster, and Ja Rule was facing more than a dozen lawsuits from ticket buyers and investors. His business partner, Billy McFarland, had been indicted for fraud by the time the festival ended on July 1, 2017. Ja Rule's feud with 50 Cent also did nothing to advance his career, which is now all but non-existent. Azealia Banks. Her behavior on social media, as well as her general public appearances, was undermining her professional reputation. Her once lauded music was overshadowed by a succession of cringeworthy outbursts, beefs, and public meltdowns on social media that have left us scratching our heads and wondering why we're still paying any attention to her in the first place. The music video for 212 became a hit almost immediately after its release, and Banks began provoking feuds and igniting controversy. After the Oakland rapper Kreayshawn tweeted and then deleted a link to her 212 video on January 2012, she labeled her as an idiot. For supporting the career of famed freestyle rap legend Iggy Azalea, whom Banks lovingly refers to as Igloo Australia, she labeled rapper T.I. with a racial slur in a previous interview last year. Her pranks were frequently despised, but her openness was refreshing, if not humorous, in the face of such oppression. During her arrival in 2011, the now 24-year-old Harlem rapper was seen in the video for her debut viral hit 212, which included a Mickey Mouse sweater and braided pigtails. Many of us were taken in by the person we were with. Her energizing scat blend of rap and electro, recognizable voice, and obscene lyrics delivered a much-needed punch to the belly of the music industry. That's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and comment below who you'd like to see next. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're new to the channel to be notified when we upload more content. Thanks for watching.